good morning, good afternoon, or good evening at any time you are seeing my video. So in our today's discussion we are going to actually discuss in detail about what must be your mode of enjoyment during the 2 years preparation for a competitive exam like NEET, JEE or UPSC. So I had already told you our human mind is dynamic. If you are only doing the same thing, then your mind will got saturated after some time and you will require something in order to refresh again. So what must we have to do, or which things do we have to perform in these 2 years in order to keep our focus on improving our mental health also? Because as you grow and as you are actually doing exercise, your physical strength or your physical look will increase or it will improve. But what about mental strength and what about mental health? Have you think about that? So how to remain mentally fresh and how to give focus in increasing the stability and strength of mind, these all the things will be discussed in this video. So if you are student or if you are even a man or woman of any age, you can see this video, because in this video I will not only discuss how to remain mentally healthy, not only for students but also for elders who are suffering from the problems like depression and anxiety. So it's a topic of discussion, and hence it is necessary for you to actually hear each and everything that I am actually telling you in this video. I will explain you each and every point so that you will feel desired and saturated after the end of this video. So don't forget to see the whole video, because it will be found to be very helpful for students and for those persons or peoples who always remain mentally confused. So let's start. As I had already told you that each and every activity which actually happens in your body or which actually happens in your surrounding is noticed first by your brain. So if you are mentally healthy, then you will be automatically physically healthy. In the same way, you will be able to take decisions quickly, because as a human being it is necessary for you to develop a capability to think and to take proper decision at proper times in your life. Because if you are not doing proper things at a proper time in your life, then you will be unable to do anything. So what you have to do, there is a precious importance of time in your life. If you are not using time properly or in a proper way, then you will be unable to do anything. Because as I had already told you, if you are doing any particular thing at a wrong time, then you will be not get a proper benefit or 100% benefit from that time particular thing. Okay, so let's start our discussion. Point number first, you have to meditate daily. It's a common thing that I always tell you, because meditating daily help you in order to refresh your memory. It actually doesn't help only in order to refresh our memory, but it also stabilize our mind. You cannot understand the meaning of stability at this time or at this status, because you are studying at home. But whenever you will go and solve test at examination hall, then you will understand what did I mean. Because then at that time you will actually suffer from anxiety, and obviously at that time you will understand the importance of mental stability. So in order to become mentally stable, you have to meditate daily. So the proper time, or I can say the time which is suitable for you to meditate, is a dawn. That is the time from 4 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sorry, I was wrong. The time is from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. and these 2 hours are actually the very precious one. And if you meditate just only for 15 to 20 minutes in this 2 hour time lapse, then you will understand the automatic changes that you actually will suffer from, and those changes will be good. And obviously you will come to know that by doing meditation, it is not only helpful in order to recover our memory, but it is also increasing our intelligence. You will actually notice all those changes after doing meditation at least for 1 month. If you are doing meditation only for 1 to 2 days, then you will not notice. You have to do this activity daily for at least about 15 to 20 minutes. Now you have to not over meditate, because there are many students who always think that we will over meditate. No, you have to do each and everything in a limited way. Okay, because if you do good thing in a over way, or if you do anything in unlimited way, then these all the things are found to be harmful. So even meditation is also harmful if you will do that for many hours, because you are now a student. Your responsibility or your foremost thing is actually to study. I am just only telling you for meditate only for achieving mental stability. You have to not actually become like a Mahadev or like those gods, because you know that what about Mahadev always meditate. He actually doesn't do any important work in his life. I know that he had actually drunk a large amount of toxic material. It's also a very good thing that he had done, but you can understand that he cannot able to do other works because he is not a student. You are a student, so you have to complete your responsibilities first, then you have to actually do all those accessory things. But yes, you have to meditate about only for 15 to 20 minutes. Now second point is, you have to actually do those things for which your mind is made up of, because there are actually the students of different interest. Some are interested in study while some are not interested. But for those students who are not interested in study, I will not tell them to leave study, because study is very important. If you are feeling study boring, then also you have to study. Okay, I know that most of you will not like that particular thing, but yes, you have to do that particular thing, because this is the only thing with the help of which you can do anything in your life. So if your devotion is always towards study, then you will do good things in your life. So for those students also who are less interested in studies, please keep your focus on that work, because it's very mandatory. But yes, rather than that, you have to also enjoy your life, because studying and enjoyment of life, both these two things are different, I can understand. But yes, you can also enjoy your life by studying. Who actually told you that there is enjoyment in other things rather than studying? No, you can enjoy your life by studying also. Why you are forgetting that? Yes, I can understand that by doing the same thing daily you got mentally exhausted, but yes, you have to do other works rather than study also, for which you are made up of. These may include your hobbies. Your hobbies may be either to play outside, or your hobbies may be even to cook food. So you can do all those things, because there is no any compulsion for that. Because if you do anything that you like, then you can refresh your memory again, and you will feel less depressed. Okay, and you will actually try to do all those things for which your mind was not made up of earlier. So you are understanding what you have to do. You have to enjoy your life also, but that mode of enjoyment must be different. It must be not like those who are illiterate and who are actually interested in doing bad works. Okay, so enjoy your life in a proper way. Now third point, don't keep your mind under pressure anytime, because you come to know that intelligence or brilliance is inversely proportional to the depression and anxiety. It means that if you are under pressure and if you are under depression, then you will be unable to keep your focus on studies. Okay, your performance will drop down. So in order to increase your performance, in order to uplift your performance in studies and in all those works for which you actually want to do, then what you have to do, you have to actually decrease the instability, depression and anxiety. Okay, so as I had already told you, an empty mind is devil's house. If you are not thinking, then your mind is dumb, or you are actually not made up of anything. So you have to actually maintain silence, but that silence must be for the work that you actually want to do. That is, your mental silence must be for the target that you actually want to achieve in your life. Okay, now next point that you have to remember, that is point number 3. You have to always obey your parents, because there are no anybody who will actually guide you like your parents. Your parents are your god. So you have actually seen that there are many stories in Hindu mythology which are related to the importance of our parents. So you have come to know also that heaven is actually under the legs of parents. So you have to always bless for them, because if you are keeping your parents happy, they will give you those blessings, and those blessings will be very important for you in order to study and in order to God succeed in your life. So always try to take blessings from elder peoples, whether they are your parents or whether they are your other relatives. But if a particular person is elder than you, then please don't forget to touch his feet, because it's very important and it also determines your good qualities. Fourth, you have to increase your good characteristic, because if you are developing bad things and if you are actually increasing negativity in your mind, then you will be got depressed. So why you are actually thinking negative? Don't worry about anything, and you have to actually involve in all the family events in these 2 years. I am not actually telling you to not study. You have to also study, but with study you have to also study the family background, and you have to also involve in all the festivals. But as I had already told you in previous video, that you have to not spend whole day in celebrating festivals only. You have to study at least 4 to 5 hours on the festival day or on festival days. But don't forget study. Study is very important. First give always primary preference to study, and then do all those things for which you actually want to do. So are you getting my point? Okay, next point, point number 5. help your parents in their work, but that work must be related to your study, or I can say that work must be normal. For example, if your mother told you to go and buy some vegetables, then you can go, because if your father is not at home, then you have to go and you have to do all those works. But yes, don't take responsibility at this age, because taking responsibility like a proud person will destroy your aim, because you are actually now a student, so you have to do all those works which are actually suitable for the student to perform. So help your parents, but that help must be also limited. I know that your parents actually understand even more than you, and they will actually not tell you those works, because they are actually cared about you more than you care for your mind. So don't worry about that. Parents are always good, and I cannot blame anybody. But for parents, listen. If you are not understanding the importance of competitive exams, so please listen me. If your kid is interested in studying, then don't push him or her in other things, because you have to remember that you have gifted them life, but your siblings life is not yours. So remember that your children's life is not your child is different from you, because as you come to know, we actually reproduce by sexual means. It means that you have to actually bring some changes in your children's mind, because you come to know that it is a characteristic feature of sexual reproduction that recombination occurs during packaging, and hence you can actually see variation in your children. So due to the variation that exists in between parent and sibling, you have to not actually treat siblings as they are made for you. Allow them to do each and everything that they want, but that particular thing must be in a proper way. Yes, you have to give proper direction to your child. I am not ignoring that, because I know that the students at this age cannot understand, and they have no mind to differentiate between good and bad things. So all these things actually want parent to decide on. So yes, you can guide your child, but don't engage your child in doing your personal works, because this time is very precious for him or her. I know that it's a hobby of most of the parents belonging from the rural areas, so I am telling all those things to the parents from rural areas. Next point that you have to remember is you have to involve yourself in all those things which provide you happiness, because it's actually a thing which can refresh your memory, and that will actually help you in order to focus better on your studies. So actually I have completed about 12 minutes of this video, so it was all about everything. You have to not treat these 2 years as burden on your head, because you have to also enjoy your life in these 2 years, but along with enjoyment you have to give first preference to the study, because if you will not study, then your whole life will got spoiled. So in order to actually convert your good time into the bad one, you don't actually want to do anything. But yes, if you have to convert your bad thing into the good time, then you have to do hard work. So it's a difference, because if you have built any house, then you will require too much money for that. But if you want to fill the same house, then you will not require money. That particular house can be destroyed even within the one day by using JCB or by using those machines. So you can understand, in order to construct anything, you require something extraordinary, and in order to destruct something, it is not necessary for you to actually do some extraordinary works. So you have actually listened this add-on. And yes, I had already told you, don't disrespect elders. It is also very important, because elders are those who actually can guide you in your life. I am talking about only your parents, I am not talking about your relatives, because relatives never help. Okay, remember that. It's my experience in my life that I have actually done. Don't worry, and please keep your focus on studies. I have completed about 14 minutes of this video. I know that I have not actually discussed with you interested in this video, but please drop down in comment box that on which topic did you want next video from me. Again, I am repeating the question. Don't forget to reply in comment box that on which topic did you require discussion from me. I will be suitable for you to actually make a video on that topic. So tell me the topic only, because I have completed each and everything, and I have completed all the topics which are actually in the minds of students. But if you have any doubt or query, then you can write down the name of the topic in the comment box. I will definitely like to make a video separately on that topic from which you are actually feeling confusing. So till then, okay, bye, love you all, take care. If you like my video, then you can subscribe my channel. Also don't forget to like and share. Bye.